I'm gonna share this with you real quick. It's another little collage I put together. This is a much quicker one. It's from a couple different places. Garrison Hayes is the guy that is breaking down and debunking the bullshit. And then Jesse Dollarmore is where I couldn't find the clip on its own. I even went to his to Garrison Hayes's page on YouTube and Instagram. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but Jesse Dollarmore is another great guy. So anyway, I used his clip that I had to debunk, like I said, the bullshit, because once again, I feel like it's my job to go ahead and call out the hypocrites, the liars, the fearmongers, the haters, the imposters, the Pharisees, and everybody else in between that is promoting this hate, this evil, and these lies under the umbrella of Christ, which is blasphemy, right? So anyway, let me show you these videos. If you like it, please share it. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, don't hesitate. Coming this year, I'm gonna start doing some discussions where I'm calling these people out. Prove it to me. Show me that I'm the one that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, right? So appreciate y'all. Like I said, like, share, all that good stuff. Appreciate you.
There's systemic racism in this society. When an African-American defendant comes in front of a judge, they are less likely to be able to plead down their case from a felony to a misdemeanor.
Instead of saying, you know, they really get different sentencing, how about this? Stop committing crimes.
Real quick, I want y'all to look at the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Look at how, and now this clip, this is from Charlie Kirk. This ain't from me. This has been edited by Charlie Kirk. So anybody that wants to say anything stupid to try to avoid the truth, check yourself. So this is from his own mouth, his own people. They edited this. You can see the joy in the crowd's faces because they feel validated for their hate because they're listening to the shit that he's saying right now. And everybody's just cheering it on. Nobody out of all them people and everybody else that follows him has taken the time to actually study and research it and look into the information. But don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. Then you're going to have to come up with another excuse for your lack of accountability and the fact that you're misrepresenting what Christ stands for. But that's on you, bro. Just know I'm here to provide that information for you. Have fun.
Like, oh, I feel so bad that, you know, this guy, I know he shot up a home and killed 2 people, but he really got a tougher sentence than the white guy. Like, yeah, you're not winning me over with that, actually. Here's the thing. 50+% of all murders are done by black men. They are 7% of the population, and they do more than half of all the killing in this country. I am not going to pander and use, oh, I feel your pain and white privilege and sentencing stuff. How about you stop murdering so many people? And I'm not saying that blacks are doing it because they're black. I'm saying they're doing it when you don't have a father around. You are more likely to enter that cycle of violence.
And so basically he's saying that it's because black people don't have fathers in the home. So he's not saying it's because we're black. It's because we don't have fathers in the home. Ironically, it wasn't one of us that did the job. You get what I'm saying? It was one of your own. He had a father who was a sheriff and a pastor, a family that was MAGA. They were Second Amendment right, you know, gun-toting MAGA machines. I mean, that in itself just goes to disprove your own argument.
Black Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders, they commit more arsons, they commit more kidnappings. For example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Okay, let's talk about it. These are obviously racist claims, but I will respond to them as if Charlie Kirk were a reasonable person.
Black Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Wrong. Just 38% of America's prison population is black. That's according to the US government. But it makes you wonder why Charlie feels the need to add an additional 12% to the black prison population. Could it be because his bigoted talking points only work if he exaggerates them? If Charlie were actually looking for the race that makes up half the prison population in the US, he'd look no no further than white people at 57%.
So
Exactly.
blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Wrong. The word "so" is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
So
Exactly.
blacks commit more crimes.
He's saying "so" as in therefore, as in one could conclude, but Charlie knows he's lying. Even if he hadn't just lied about the black prison population, Charlie is smart enough to know that correlation does not equal causation, but he's hoping that you don't know that. So he deploys the word "so" to make you think he's coming to an obvious conclusion.
Exactly.
So blacks
Instead, he's making an illogical, racist leap. Charlie knows that we don't have usable data about who commits crimes. It's impossible to have that data since so many crimes go both unreported and or unsolved. Charlie knows that we only have data about arrests and convictions. I'll come back to that data in a moment. What's painfully obvious is that Charlie Kirk isn't interested in understanding the statistics he so carelessly misquotes. He's interested in making bad faith arguments, something that becomes even more obvious in his next point.
blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Wrong again, and loud this time. If Charlie were interested in honesty, he would have mentioned the other 1350 statistic. Yes, black people are about 13% of the population, but make up 53% of all criminal exonerations. In fact, black people make up 55% of all murder exonerations specifically. Black people are more likely than any other group in this country to be convicted of crimes they did not commit. And then people like you have the nerve to parade these stats around as though they prove something. The reality is that you probably know these stats, but you leave them out on purpose because to bring that stat into this conversation would make some people think. And that's the last thing a person like you wants.
Amazing.